Surprise live, and I had so many new things that I was gonna like drip out and notify you guys about. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go live because there's a few exciting things to say. So as everybody comes on, first of all, hi, it's been a little while. I've been really busy with a lot of exciting new projects and coaching in a really interesting new way. And I'm just really excited to have you guys here. So I'm gonna wait for some more people to come on because I know you guys don't like when I repeat myself too much. So, and I know I didn't announce this, right? So, there's also that. Sorry. Hey, hi everybody. Tell me who you are and where you're from. Good to hear from you. Good to see you. Everybody's coming on. I missed you guys. I hope that we're all doing amazing and fantastic. So, hi. Wow. And here comes the chat. Hi, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? It's so good to see everybody today. And like I was saying, I was going to do this kind of drip feed, but there's something specifically tomorrow that I wanted to tell you about in the upcoming next video that I'm posting on YouTube that is very new. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Beauty. Hi, Larry from Denver. Hey, Orlando. Hey, North Africa. Hey, Brazil. So many people. Yay. So good to see St. Louis here, marketing and YouTuber. Yay, two handy helpers. Awesome. So very exciting news for tomorrow. As everybody's coming on from all over the world. I love seeing where everybody's from. New Zealand, Nigeria, Africa, Denver, Paris. Wow, so cool. So tomorrow is a really big day. Usually I post on Fridays, I post a traditional tutorial. It's very niche down and it's very like educational. And all of you guys who sing really get a lot out of it. Oh, and someone says, I've been streaming Demo Love all week, Terry. Yay, that's so sweet. Here's the thing. I'm going to start doing some different content on Fridays. It's not that I'm going to stop doing tutorials. They're still going to be in the rotation, but tomorrow starts the first day of my visual and audio version of Truth with Tara, which is my podcast that I've had going on Spotify, Apple Music, all that, but it's only been audio only. Tomorrow is the premiere of Truth with Tara on YouTube. It's visual and audio. And guess who I got to be on my very first podcast with Truth with Tara? I'm not telling you yet. Guess in the comments. It's someone that you definitely know, someone that you definitely love, and someone who I've reacted to in their a cappella group. I'm giving you a huge hint there. Huge hint. Okay? A cappella group. And it was an amazing time with him and his co-host because they also have a podcast. Any guesses? Any guesses who this person/people could be? No, it's not BTS. Good guess, but they're not a cappella. It's not Beyonce. She's not a cappella. A cappella group, guys. A cappella group. Who is it? 5 points to the person who guesses it right first. Jared! Yes, Jared, you got it right. I am going to be interviewing Kevin and Donovan from Imagine Faith Talk. And Kevin is the Kevin from Pentatonics. And I am so excited about it. Oh, someone else gets Mitch from Pentatonics. You were close, but no cigar. It's Kevin. So Kevin Olushala and Donovan are good friends, and now I'm good friends with them. They're amazing. And they were kind enough to be on my very first visual and audio version of Truth with Tara. And that releases instead of a tutorial tomorrow. So I'm asking for you guys that are on right now, not just watch it, but please share it. Like share it on all your social media platforms. And there's two sets to this. The first interview is with me asking them questions, and that's on my channel. And then the second section of our interview will be on Imagine Faith Talk on YouTube. And in the description box of my video that's being posted tomorrow, you'll see their channel, and my interview with them where they're asking me questions will be sometime aired in February. Like I think they said around the third week in February. So I'm really excited about that. And these guys are amazing. Like we had an amazing conversation, so much so that like we exchanged numbers afterwards and we're buddies now. And I just absolutely love their heart, both of their hearts, for the world and for music and for business and for family. So it just really was a beautiful time together. And I had to get on. I couldn't just like randomly post it tomorrow without any kind of announcement. I had to get on and tell you. So that's big news number one. Okay. And spread the word, and please share it tomorrow. Like, share the link to the video when you can. I'm really excited about it. And there's going to be more of that to come. So the idea is that I'm going to be releasing a Truth with Tara. At least right now, it's sustainable for me to do once a month. And the following month in February is going to actually be me and all of my coaches. And we're going to be talking some shop. It's going to be really awesome too. And so the goal for me is to interview, I'll be doing some solo podcasts, but the goal for me is to interview people like Kevin, especially people, singers that I've reacted to, etc., on the podcast, and really get some behind the scenes things you may not have known about the truth of their experience in the music industry, which is why my podcast is called Truth with Tara. That I can give to you guys, that may be information that you may not know of or hasn't been aired or released on any other platform yet. So yes, I would love to do a collab with Pentatonics next. Cindy Hill says, we'll see if that's a possibility. Podcast first, right? So I have actually a lot of cool collabs coming up this year with amazing talent, most of which I've reacted to. So stay tuned for that as well. Really, really excited for that. The second thing, there's two more things that I wanted to tell you guys about today. And the second thing is that, and these are both for the first time evers. For the first time ever, I am releasing semi-private lessons at the studio. So this came off of the heels of the third thing I'm going to tell you about, which is VoiceOn. But semi-privates, there's sort of been like this gap in my mind between like people who want digital courses for a lower price that's fully automated, and then people who want private lessons. And then there's this gap in between of people that like do want to train, but they can't afford quite private lessons, but they want more than an automated digital course that you do on your own with the help of me pre-recorded. They may need a little more help than that. And so semi-private lessons is my sort of answer to that problem. And what I've done is I've created an offer, and this is the link to it, by the way. I've started, but I will, yeah, you can see it there. It's just really, really short, bit.ly/sing TSS. So what this is weekly group Zoom calls, and we're capping it off at 6 per session. They're hour-long sessions, and they're with either Coach Nikki or Coach Charmaine, my head coaches at the studio, who are amazing. And they have been kind of really instrumental actually in my VoiceOn vocal case study, which I'll tell you about in a second. And so that's kind of how this idea was born for semi-privates, because VoiceOn is working so well and it's changing so many people's voices like exponentially, that I was like, how can we do this and scale it and multiply it for more people and serve more people? And so semi-privates is something that I don't think any other vocal studio is doing. I've looked into it. I have not seen the offer. I've seen privates. I've seen digital courses. I have not seen an inexpensive way to still get seen and heard, but have private time at the same time. There's just this huge gap. And so semi-privates to me is that answer. So it's going to be 6 people in a group for an hour, and the coach is going to go one by one and listen, give critiques, give comments. It's a recorded call. You can go back and listen to it. And as a bonus, anybody that's in semi-privates, you get free access for the whole lifetime that you're in semi-privates to our vocal gym on Facebook, which is a private exclusive group made only for either members of private lessons, members of semi-private lessons at Tara Simon Studios, or people who are in our VoiceOn or other online courses. So if you just go to that bit.ly, I'll like refresh it again, but if you go to that bit.ly link and check it out, you'll be able to see, you know, a little bit more about it, the logistics of it, etc. But the price on there right now for till the end of the month, which is like 5 more days, is $249, I believe. It's going up to $299 after January 31st. So if you're interested in learning more about semi-privates, if this is your answer to like, wow, I've been wanting to take privates, but I couldn't afford it, this is for you. Like, I made this for you so that you could still get training at TSS, still get private level training but semi-private and for a lot less money a month. So I'm really excited to offer that. And we unfortunately we have to cap it. Like we're not gonna, semi-private is what it means. It is actually semi-private. And so 6 people, we're only opening up 2 slots, 1 for each coach. So 12 people total get this right now. And it's sort of like a case study in and of itself. So if you want it, make sure that you go to Bitly now. It's essentially we've already booked 3. We just released this today. So there's, well, not finger math. There aren't that many more spaces. There's 9 more spaces left. So if you want to be one of those 9, then please make sure that you go to that Bitly. I'm sure it's probably going to sell through by the end of today. But if it doesn't, you have the $249 price until the 1st, or the midnight of the 31st rather, because it starts in February. Okay. So for those of you who just came on, by the way, I'm doing a podcast tomorrow with Pentatonics, Kevin from Pentatonics, and his co-host from Imagine Faith Talks, Donovan. And I was just talking about semi-privates that I'm doing now. The third thing, actually not the second, the third thing that I wanted to mention to you is talking about VoiceOn. So I did this interesting thing kind of like late last year where I really haven't been private coaching very much. I've been making so much content and managing everybody else. And I really kind of miss it. And so I was like, I'm gonna create this vocal case study. How much improvement can I make in someone's voice in just 4 weeks? Because it seems like with TikTok, everybody's attention span is going lower and lower and less, which I don't love, but I still want to be able to serve people where they are. And so it was kind of a challenge to myself. So instead of someone enrolling in weekly private lessons, which is still valid and still needed, to be honest, what could I do though with someone's voice in 4 weeks? And so what I did was I created the case study. By the way, someone's asking, where can you see the podcast? On my YouTube channel tomorrow. It's Friday's video release. So what I did was I created this 4-week vocal case study called VoiceOn, where I accept a very low amount of people in a group Zoom call each Friday. And I created this vocal mechanism where it's called a vocal blueprint, where once you're in the course, you fill out this vocal blueprint, and it's kind of like this funnel where it gives you like parameters in which to choose your favorite things about singing and your favorite bands and your favorite sounds. And it funnels you down into finally forcing you to have these 3 vocal descriptors at the end, which is really, really cool. Because once you have those 3 things, it's kind of crazy how it works. But once you have those 3 things, you can then define exactly what you want to sound like and why. And so those 3 vocal descriptors are what we work on developing and building out in your voice over the next 4 weeks. I'm in the middle right now of editing some before and afters from the first and second round of the case study. And a couple of them have literally blown my mind. Like, sometimes there's improvements in certain parts of a song, right? That's to be expected. But there have been a couple edits where every single phrase of their song was completely different night and day. And as a vocal coach, that's something that I just live and die to see. And I cannot, honestly, I'm surprised after 4 weeks how much improvement some of these singers have made. I mean, it's pretty crazy. There's this guy named Jeff Lynch. I don't know if you're on, Jeff, but if you are, you have to say something. Like every single line of his before and after is different. And the guy started his voice on in the middle of being almost homeless, like just finished being homeless. And then a loved one died like 2 weeks later in the middle of VoiceOn. And he's still like, he quit. We brought him back. He pushed through, and he's got the best story. So just wait. I might even release it long format on YouTube. It's that crazy. But if you're interested, your purpose on full display. Thank you, Cindy. If you're interested at all in getting into VoiceOn, which is again the reason why I started semi-privates, because VoiceOn was working so well. This is with me, okay? This is personally with me. It's every Friday we have these huddles. You're in a Zoom call with me live like you are right now. Only the difference is I call on you, you sing, I give you all sorts of amazing tips and tricks and advice. And then in the vocal gym during the week, you post of you trying to fix those problems. I post back. It's a whole volley back and forth for 4 weeks. You get 2 Insta reactions, one at the beginning of the course and one at the end, so that you have a before and after. And I just put in the chat right now, and I just put in the chat right now the pricing. So you can do 1 payment of $997. There's the link for that. You can do 2 payments of $597, or you can do 4 payments of $297. It kind of looks weird when I put it on the screen, but it looked better when I put it Let me put it one more time, see if it makes any more sense. Yeah, I don't know why it's like not putting the spaces in, but anyway, if you have any issues, I'll also put those links, including the semi-private, in the description of this video after I post it, once I get off the call. But this is like VoiceOn. If you want my time, if you want to sing for me with me every Friday for 4 weeks, if you want me to do 2 Insta reactions of you, if you want free access to the vocal gym, and if you want my critiques and my constructive criticism midweek for 4 weeks, VoiceOn is for you. And it's for 4 weeks only. Okay. You can ascend into other things, like you can audit VoiceOn, you can ascend into semi-privates, you can ascend into private lessons, but I'm only doing it with people for 4 weeks. Semi-privates is ongoing if you want it to be. Oh, this is an interesting and valid question. Someone said, I can't read your name, but someone said, how'd you decide to put your price at $9.97? Don't you think it's a bit expensive? Sure. Let me do the math for you. So I'm just going to be transparent. If you, whoever you are, hi, if you wanted to book a half hour of time with me on a private basis, like one-on-one, and a single half hour time, it's $1,000, because I have no time. And it's so supply and demand, like the price has to go up because my time is next to nothing, right? So you're paying $3 less for 4 weeks of my time because it's in a more of a group setting than you would be for a single half hour of my time at $1,000. And you're getting 2 Insta reactions from me, which means, and someone who doesn't know an Insta reaction, I am reacting to 90 seconds of you singing one-on-one. I'm recording it. You have it for life. That's before you start the course, I give you one. And after you end the course, I give you another. So it's actually a huge deal. Like you're saving kind of thousands of dollars by training in this way with me. And it's the way for me to be able to scale my time and to help as many people as I can while keeping it still very niche down, very individual. Okay. So again, and I appreciate the question because it is valid. You know, $9.97 is a lot of money for some people, maybe for most people. But it really is the way. Oh, Emma's here. Emma was in VoiceOn. Emma, I'm so proud of you, by the way. Emma was in the first round. And it worked out so well in the first round. I've just continued going. I wasn't even sure I was going to continue after the first round of VoiceOn. She was in the very first round, and Emma did so well. She's actually a pro singer. Emma, where do you live? Is it Sweden? I can't remember. Type it in the chat. But she has a really big, beautiful voice. I wish I could have you on right now, Emma. You could sing for everybody. She has a really big, beautiful voice, but it was very heavy, and she was getting tired after her performances because she would gig, you know, the typical 4-hour gigs with the 15-minute breaks. And we kept the same power, but lightened up her placement so that it didn't get as fatigued. And man, by the end of it, she was just killing those notes, but costing her so few less vocal dollars. I was so appreciative of her hard work. Really, really proud of you, Emma. Yes. I'm going to read a couple comments here. Oh, cool. My husband and I are in a band, relocated to the States, working on our first album. I would love to help you. That's amazing. Where are you from? That's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. So, listen, remember the 3 things today. Pentatonics podcast tomorrow. Yay! That took me a long time to like work out, by the way, guys. It was not easy. So there's that. It's releasing Friday on my channel. Okay. Tomorrow, mañana. And then semi-privates, the bit.ly link, bit.ly/sing_TSS, which is in here. And then the purchase options. You have 3 different purchase options, by the way, for VoiceOn. And you can do either. You can jump into semi-privates. You can do VoiceOn first, whatever you'd like. But I'm really excited about these offers because I really want to help as many people as I possibly can. And there's so many of you, and there's one of me, you know, and so I really feel like a huge prompting to find a way to scale how many people we can help, but still not dilute the quality, because that's the biggest thing for me is how do I keep the level of excellence high, the level of vocal transformation high, the level of quality high, but still be able to help more people. And I think for someone who's like, you know, label level or management level or semi-pro or pro level, Broadway, they're doing big things. Privates make sense because you've got a lot of things that you're working on at once. You know, if you're in a show like AGT or whatever, privates make sense. Semi-privates make sense if you're, you know, kind of halfway from there. And VoiceOn makes great sense for really anybody because it's a scalable way for me to give you my personal time. So I've had people like Emma in there who are semi-pro. I have a girl, I don't know if Lauren Evanson is on here, but I have she was in Emma's group actually. And Lauren is a stay-at-home mom who sings in church, who has a phenomenal voice. She's actually pregnant in the middle of VoiceOn, which is difficult to get a good breath when you're pregnant, by the way, and saying. Beautiful, powerful voice, did so well in the course. And it's, she would love to just like sing more at her church, so it doesn't have to be Emma level in order to be in the semi-privates or in VoiceOn. But anyway, this is just my way of trying to, hey, here's a gap in need, and let me try to fill it. So it's not automated digital courses, which are awesome. It's not privates, which are amazing, but expensive because it's one-on-one time. This is the answer to that gap that a lot of you have been talking about. I want to be with you, Tara. I want to take from your coaches. I just can't afford it. How do I still get to you? VoiceOn and semi-privates is the answer. So go to those links. I love you guys. I am so proud of you. And please, again, watch the podcast tomorrow on my channel and share it. Don't just watch it, but share it on all your platforms. I'd really love to boost the visibility and boost the algorithm god's favor on YouTube for Truth with Tara, because we're going to be releasing it once a week. And hopefully the more views we get, the bigger artists, I can't imagine it being better than Pentatonics, but maybe I could even get Dimash on there someday. You never know. So help me out with that. I really appreciate it. And I love it. And Cindy is saying direct access to you. Anything better than that? That's so funny. Everlasting Love. I'm not sure who this is, but how many more cycles of VoiceOn are you planning to do? I don't know. It depends on my schedule. I know for now I'm doing it, and I'm going to do it as long as it's yielding good fruit for singers, as long as I'm serving at a really high level, and as long as I have the time, which that last one is what I'm most worried about. But we're doing it for now. Okay. I cannot tell you how long it's going to go for, but right now it's working and I'm really thrilled with it. And I really love interacting with you guys. I really love seeing everybody on a weekly basis. And let me tell you something. If you can't afford any of that and the best you can do is say like $10 a month, do the vocal gym. I wish I actually didn't think of it, but maybe Cindy can find it. I don't have a link right now. So if you want to be in the vocal gym, just email info@tarasimonstudios.com and ask, I want to sign up for the vocal gym. It's $10 a month. And all the people that have taken digital courses, that are in private lessons, that are in VoiceOn, they're in there. And so am I. And we respond to people. You can post yourself singing in there. We respond back. And it is the most encouraging, positive, uplifting place on the internet. I mean, people in there are so kind and so supportive and so encouraging. And it's not just like kumbaya, oh, you sound great. If you don't, like, there's good constructive criticism. There's knowledgeable advice from singers who have finished courses, who are in lessons, who basically are like extensions of us now as coaches. And you're getting that. And it's very exclusive. There's not thousands of people in there. It's hundreds, like low hundreds. So we curate it pretty well. And listen, if you can't do anything else, do the vocal gym. Do yourself a favor. $10 a month. That's like 2 Starbucks. Literally, you spend more than that in a week. So do something. Barry's saying, Barry's in it. Barry's saying vocal gym is awesome. I'm active there. And yes, he is. Barry's been in it for years. I love you, Barry. Good to see you and hear from you, man. Yeah. So, did you get my info? I left it in chat for you. I haven't been in my chat, but if I respond to you, then yes, my DMs are crazy. I would not recommend necessarily DMing me at Tara Simon Studios on Instagram if you're really wanting semi-privates, VoiceOn, or privates, or getting into the vocal gym. I would email info@tarasimonstudios.com. Bradley Duran, hey, he's a member of VoiceOn. You're new, Bradley's a new member of VoiceOn, and he's saying that there are 305 people currently in the vocal gym. Thank you. I knew it was in the 300s, but I didn't want to say without knowing for sure. I'm going to put in the chat info@tarasimonstudios.com for anybody who needs it. There it is. And I'm starring it. Hopefully the star works. Okay. There's no link. Well, okay. I don't know. I didn't think about the vocal gym thing. I don't have a link for it right now, and I don't feel like wasting time to get it. But if you want it, just email info@tarasimonstudios.com, and Tammy or Sarah will get you in. We'll get you onboarded. No problem. Okay. All right, guys, listen, I got to go film some more because it's film day. I don't normally look like this all the time. Okay. I love you. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see you in semi-privates in VoiceOn. I can't wait for you to see the podcast tomorrow. Please do share it. And if nothing else, I can't wait to see you in the vocal gym. You're going to love it there. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.